Our topic, war against Usman Danfodio, the chronology of African problem. War against Usman Danfodio, the chronology of African problem. Here we go. PM, the other day, our next agenda is what we are bringing up. From December 2nd, we will start to demolish the ideology of Usman Danfodio. If you find yourself in any condition you don't like in this world, as an African, it is the ideology of Usman Danfodio. That Africa is not functioning well is because of Usman Danfodio agenda. And our war, we have taken our war, uplifting our war to the chronology of our problem. And that is exactly the next thing. Those that has come here now, if you check the lobbyist people, the lobby members, Elias, when Elias, the chief of the lobbies, when he came to join PM, the first speech he made, he said that he is coming to work for Biafra. Not only that he has been appointed to work for Biafra, but he is coming to bring something inside him. Uhuru Sunday, thank you. He is coming to bring something inside him, inside of him, in making sure that Biafra is free. And yesterday, he made a tweet. He made it open to the world that his generation, starting from 1835, which is 19th centuries, 18th centuries to 19th centuries, that his generation dedicated in fighting to liberate people like Biafran people. When he come to join the bridge, first day, he said he is coming. Not only, I want people that is following us to know that what we are doing is more than spiritual. Anybody that come to join Biafran struggle, we don't just look on your physical image. We focus our attention to know the kind of spirit that is leading you to fight for Biafra. It is quite true that a lot of people need freedom. It is quite true that many people want Biafra to come, but they don't have the spirit that will bring Biafra. Please, if you join, help us to share. You see, we are in our gentle office today because we are renewing to fight for the liberation of Biafra from all angles. This is how we started, from this gentle office. Now, Elias, the chief of the lobby, says that the spirit of his ancestors has come to dwell with him to fight for Biafra. That the kind of spirit that visited him is the same kind of spirit that is found on His Excellency, our Prime Minister. The same kind of spirit that is leading Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We are 555 Vision, and our duty is to make sure we bring this kind of message. And our next agenda, the next war we are coming to fight physically, openly, spiritually, logistically, diplomatically, is destroying the agenda of Usman Danfodio. How many people understand what we are talking about? Help us to share as we are also sharing. Help us to share now. Help us to share. Let people come here, because the same way we started this journey, we started this journey from this gentle office. When we talk about gentle office, it's in this kind of place. Yeah? Blessing, I greet you. Malachi, I greet you. Chinyere, I greet you. Osta, Ndewo. Uguja, I greet you. Simon, I greet you. Now, the lobbies, the chief of the lobby says that his generation, since 18th to 19th centuries, they dedicated on fighting for this kind of problem we found ourselves into. That his family bloodline, you know, when we talk about reincarnation in Biafran land, some people say that there is nothing like a reincarnation. Some people, the chief of the lobby made it open to Biafrans. He said he is not going to disappoint Biafrans. He is coming to work for Biafra with the extra spirit that his ancestors did it. Then he published the origin of his ancestors, starting from 19th century back. You know, 19th century back. It is there in Wikipedia. His own family, his ancestors, fought to liberate Greek. When Ottoman Empire occupied Greece, the Greek you are hearing today, the war of Ottoman Empire, this Usman Danfodio, they are the descendants of this that came out from this Ottoman Empire. Then, if you want to get it very, very deep, our agenda is turning that automatic destruction of Usman Danfodio agenda. Go and listen to our PM. Then the lobby says that his ancestors visited him and explained to him the kind of war he is facing. And they reminded him of the war of Ottoman Empire and Greece. Ottoman Empire and the Roman Empire. This Ottoman Empire is the same war the Fulanis face, they put in front of us today. The Ottoman Empire, Usman Danfodio. Are you getting it? And his ancestors visited him. Then they explained to him deep the kind of war he is backing on. If you don't have the Twitter, I will retweet it again, that you will know what is really happening. Now, he said the kind of spirit he found colluded with the one that is guiding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The kind of spirit that visited him colluded with the one guiding our prime minister. The three trinities has come to fight. Are you getting what we are talking about? And you find yourself in Europe. You find yourself, you departed out of your father's land, which is the land of your birth, the land of your ancestors. You departed from there. If you ask yourself simple question, you will find out that the thing that drove you away out of your father's land is the ideology of Usman Danfodio, Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire. And what is the ideology of Ottoman Empire? To chase people out of their own land, to put fear in them, to use ethnic cleansing and the Ruga. Islamization. We thought about this thing when we dedicated in preaching on this gentle office, but suddenly we are here again to renew our strength. Those who knows Paul Onwubiko in Facebook, this is the same Paul Onwubiko, 555 vision. And this is how we started. We are renewing because we know that there is war, mighty war in front of us. Please, if you have not shared, help us to hit. Yes. Stella Zoka, thank you. Dixon, thank you. Austin, thank you. Now, we owe Biafrans the truth. And we want to be letting Biafrans to know when the game change, we will let Biafrans to know that the game have changed. When we fought the war against DOS, DOS did everything possible to make sure that they neutralize us. But here we are. The war of DOS has been over. We defeated their 500,000 recruited Iraq. Today we have government. Today we have defeated Nigeria. How many of you know that we have defeated even Nigerian medias? We have defeated them because he that is in us is greater than he that is in the world. And we are fighting against the rulers of darkness. Principalities and powers, the rulers of darkness. And when you understand exactly ideology of Usman Danfodio and the effects which Usman Danfodio, what Usman Danfodio has cost in your life, then you will be able to know what the lobby member said. The lobby member said that, hey, Linda TV show, I see you. Okay. Divine, I see you. Divine Precious. Now, Usman Danfodio, that came from the same lineage of Ottoman Empire, ideology of Ottoman Empire, which the ancestors of the leader of the lobbies. The lobby, when he came, he made a statement, because what is important to us is to hear the word of your mouth. When we are growing up, there is a song our elders used to sing. They say, make sure you take, you are very, very conscious of whatever that come out of your mouth. They say, ire bihe dị mkpa, onye nke hụrụ ndụ ya n'anya, ya biko kpachapụrụ ire nke ya anya. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of the word that come out of your mouth. Be careful of the kind of wish you wish yourself. Be careful of what you ask from God, because he say, ask, it shall be given to you. When God visited us to start this movement, they asked us, what do we need? We made God to know that we need freedom. Open the lips of our mouth that we can be able to deliver this gospel to mankind. And he say, whatever you ask, I will give to you. That is how you people begin to see us spreading this gospel. And the evidences of how we are defeating Nigeria is playing right in front of everyone. We are not hiding it. First of all, Chukwu Kikabiama revealed to us the meaning of political solution. He revealed to us the meaning of command and control. Then, when he revealed them to us, we found out that where they are going is amnesty. Then we told the OS, we can never take oath with you. We can never work under you. Then DOS descended on us. Today, we are still alive, delivering this gospel. The same way Jeremiah stood his ground to deliver the gospel. The same way Ezekiel stood his ground to deliver this gospel. The same way Ezekiel stood his ground to deliver this gospel. We are still delivering this gospel up to this very day. And what is our topic? Usman, the war against Usman Danfodio. The chronology of the problem all over Africa. That Africa is channeled to become the poorest place on this very planet is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That your children pass through Mediterranean Sea is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That your wives, that your girls cannot get married because their husband has been sent to exile is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That you face racism anywhere you find yourself in white man's land is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That you studied as an Igbo man, God gave you wisdom to read and understand. After reading and understanding, you acquire your school certificate, you acquire your PhD, you acquire your master degree, you don't have job. Is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That after you spend your life, your fathers sold their own land to making sure that you finish your school and they graduate from school. After that, you become Okada rider is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. After graduation, you become a wheelbarrow pusher is the agenda of Usman Danfodio, Ottoman Empire. Does that name relate? When you put one on one together, then you tell yourself the truth. Then Elias, the chief of the lobbies, he says that his ancestors visited him and they made him know the kind of war he is about to fight. Are you getting me now? And they opened his eye and gave him revelation that the same way his ancestors fought the Usman Danfodio to free the Greek, that is the kind of war he is facing, the war that is on his table. Then he went back to history and he told us his lineage. Ideology of Usman Danfodio. Fighting against the principalities and powers and rulers of darkness. God to Kikabiyama said, focus your attention on this Biafran liberation. At the end, the reward will be. We are not waiting for any reward of any material thing. When PM came to this struggle, he said the only thing he wants to achieve is to set a record that people will say, this is how Simon Ekpa entered the struggle and this is his history. Children, history book of records will record it, and when you are reading, you will be reading Nnamdi Kanu. When you are reading, you will be reading Ojukwu. When you are reading, you will be reading Simon Ekpa. When you are reading, you will be reading all the people in the government you are seeing today. When you are reading, you will be reading Oge, finance minister. When you are reading, you will be reading Sonia Barawa. When you are reading, you will be reading Vam Vam Vam. When you are reading, you will be reading Biafran Warrior Queen. When you are reading, you will be reading 247. When you are reading, you will be reading When you are reading, you will be reading Joy Iruobi. When you are reading, you will be reading everybody inside that place you see in this battle today. And remember, a lot of anonymous that is doing wonder is there. This is how we started this journey inside this gentle office. And today, from this gentle office, we defeated DOS. And from there, we enter offices where we destroy Nigeria. But a spirit has called us upon again to start this war, because from 2nd December, you will understand how to destroy the agenda of Usman Danfodio. Let everybody know that you are in Europe today, trying to be kind to people that doesn't even need you, is the agenda of Usman Danfodio. Malami, the one that arrested Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he says that they are working under their ancestors, which is Usman Danfodio. That the only people that is proving stubborn are the Igbo people. That Hausa people surrendered to their authority. That Yoruba people surrendered to their authority. That they will come to prove to Igbo people that their own God is more stronger than the God of the Igbos. Many people is not understanding it, and we do understand it. That's why we are 555 vision. We do understand spiritual words. Then, we are preaching Usman Danfodio, and we are preaching the lobby. We are preaching Usman Danfodio, and we are preaching the lobby. The lobby, when he came, he says, listen, not only that he is coming to fight for Biafra as an employee. You know, somebody brought him and they introduced him to PM. Then he has been employed. But this EA was listening to hear what he is saying. Another day when I will do analysis, I will go back there again. Then you will understand what is really happening. There he says that he is not only coming to work as an employee, but he is coming to bring something inside him. That thing he wants to bring inside of him is the thing we are interested of. Because if you check, our people went to Europe to study. Chimamanda Adichie studied Europe, no? Is she fighting for freedom? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala studied and they have the highest diploma. Is she fighting for freedom? How many lecturers do you have? How many intellectuals do you have all over the world from Igbo extraction or from Biafran land? Are they using their certificate to fight for freedom? The answer is no. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu studied economics in England. He was not born there. And he went there just like every one of us departed because of the agenda of Usman Danfodio. Then we found it difficult to feed ourselves. We found it difficult to live according to our stance. The same thing affected Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't know the history, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, when the Nigerian government put on strike, this strike you see going on in Nigeria is under the ideology of Usman Danfodio, that people will not have adequate education. They will be going on strike. Usman Danfodio ideology we are fighting is the ideology that made you not to have electricity in order for you to be awake, to making sure that you study. That is Usman Danfodio ideology. Usman Danfodio ideology made your life to be uncomfortable inside your father's land. And the same thing affected Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. When Nigerian government put strike, Mazen Nandekano was at home doing nothing. He asked his father, what is really going on? Why can't they go to school? Then he went to Ojukwu Bunker in Umuahia there. In Ojukwu Bunker, I have visited Ojukwu Bunker in 1992. 1992, I visited Ojukwu Bunker and I got my inspiration about Biafra. Mazen Nandekano studied Ojukwu Bunker. He see what Biafrans can do. Then he came back and told his father that he want to go to England. He says the reason he want to go to England, he knew that the reason we are suffering is because Britain colonized Biafrans, colonized Nigeria. And why we are suffering is because of Usman Danfodio ideology, the contract he signed with Britain. Then he say he is going there to study in order for him to see them face to face. There are differences of that somebody, you read something in the book, just like a lot of people read the book of my Bible story. They told you that Abraham came from here, that the tomb of Abraham is here, Jesus come from here, Moses is from here. But if you want to know the reality is for you to make yourself a tourist. You begin to visit all the places where the story happened. All the places where the story happened. Those that has been following us, we told you concerning the book of Barocco. When we studied the book of Barocco then put us inside the history, things that made history of this world. We begin to travel. We begin to travel until we get to the tomb of Tutankhamun. And until we get to see the bone of Tutankhamun. Until we get to understand the reason of pyramid and the reason of everything. Mazen Nandekano, he said he is going to England to study in order for him to see the England people one-on-one. So that he can be able to think. What are we talking? Then, after Mazen Nandekano studied economics in England, he used the small certificate he has. He turned it around. Begin to use it to fight for your freedom. To destroy the agenda of Usman Danfodio. That's why he became the best lecturer. Are you getting it? Because he took his time. He said, God, give me the kind of knowledge that will make me to understand the reason he will be on strike, the reason he don't have electricity, the reason he don't have running water, the reason he don't have good road, the reason he don't have health care. He went to England and studied economics. And when he studied economics, what did he do? The ideology of becoming a freedom fighter is what visited him. Are you getting it? Remember, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is the best author in Africa. She is not using her certificate to fight for freedom, just like Joy Yiruobi is doing, or Abueze is doing. Women of calibers you see inside the government today. Or the Stella, or Matpeace, all the people you see inside Twitter today, all of them have diplomas. Are you getting it? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala studied and become world leader. She didn't use her certificate to fight for freedom. Then, we bring it back again. We are doing what we call chronological mathematics. Are you telling me that Simon Ekman Joko, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, is the only person that studied international law as a Biafran. Are you telling me? There are things I want to bring to you people because we are renovating our energy to destroy the ideology of Usman Danfodio, Ottoman Empire. And the glorious thing is this, that the lobby, the ancestors of the lobby, the chief of the lobby, Elias, he said yesterday that his ancestors visited him. And they opened his eye to see the kind of war he is embarking on. Are you getting it? Yeah. Then, to see and experience the kind of war he is embarking on. Then they revealed Biafra to him. Now he said, when he has, remember, he is the one helping Eritrea to get their freedom. You know, Eritrea has lobby. He is the chief lobby of Eritrea. And Eritrea, United Nations has recognized Eritrea, which the one we have seen. And he told Eritrea that Eritrea is not doing so well. And the kind of light and the energy he found on Biafran people is top-notch. He told Eritrea, go and learn, even though that Biafra is not yet free. But from the 2nd of December, then the differences will be clear. He told them, he told Eritrea, the reason you people are slacking back, the reason you are slacking back is because you are there gossiping. You are not making mighty move. But the kind of spirit that is visiting him since he signed this contract with the bridge, this spirit is not normal. Until yesterday, he revealed the secret that his ancestors visited him. His ancestors, starting from 1800 to 1900, 18th century to 19th century. And it happens that his ancestors are the people that liberated Greece out of Ottoman Empire, which we are liberating ourselves out of Usman Danfodio. Are you getting it? Education. That you went to school, you learn how to speak British English, which they force us to speak. It's different to wisdom. Gold is valid to those that know the value of gold. If you know how to make use of gold and how to retain it. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Biafrans are not proud of her because she cannot use her educational certificate to speak. Biafrans cannot bear her witness of her education. You understand? Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, there has been a time Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie spoke against our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave her a serious warning that made her to make U-turn and apologize. Up to today, we don't know if she is supporting or she is not supporting. But if she is supporting, we will know. Are you understanding? But the PM that grow up like every one of me and you, then he had an opportunity that somebody pick him up and just like Moses, they pick him up and they send him to go to Finland, to go to Europe and start to do athletics. From there, he found a place. After admiring the environment of where he found himself, after admiring seeing the technology, after admiring seeing the kind of policies they have to save their land, then he had the opportunity to enter military. He entered the military school there. Jaguar Battalion. Is PM the only Biafran that is a military? But he is using his own military ideology to liberate the entire Biafra. Is PM the only Biafra that is studied international law? He is not. In Canada, the chief judge of Canada is an Igbo man. Is he fighting for Biafra? Is he using his certificate to fight for Biafra? No is the answer. But only those that knows what it means when you are able to know that you can take advantage of freedom of speech, then you can be able to be like us. You use that opportunity to speak, knowing that nobody is coming here. Nobody is coming here to ask me why. I know my right. Are we the only people that knows our rights, that we can use the advantage of freedom of speech to send the message to Biafran people? Are you understanding? Why is it different? Chukwokika Abiama said, whom can I send? I opened my mouth and say, my Lord, send me. I will go. He said, okay, if you will go. But I don't know what to say. What can I say? What can I tell people? Like Aaron, Moses, like Aaron and Moses. Moses is a stammerer. Say, what can I tell Pharaoh? Say, don't worry. I will send you somebody. I will give you wisdom. I will put my word in you. He told Jeremiah. Yeah, I will put my word in you. Then when you open up your mouth, anything that is coming out will be my word. Is it not true? Mazen Nandekano says, whenever he stands behind this microphone, anything he said is gospel and ordained. Is it not his gospel we are following today? Are you trying to understand what is happening? The reason Elias, the chief of the lobby, says that the kind of spirit that visited him since he signed to work for Biafra is the same spirit that is with Mazen Nnamdi and our leader, our prime minister, Obatobi Simon Eba. Can you be able to connect the dots? Can you be able to join this thing, join this one and one to be two? Try to understand that you are in Europe, like in Western Europe here, or everywhere in this world. Women need, German women, Austrian women, Switzerland women, Holland women, Netherlands. They need your own children in order for them to give you resident permit. Ideology of Usman Danfodio. Then you will see people fighting, running helter skelter, making paper. I am making my paper. I am making my paper to have a resident permit. You, son of a king, you, you, whom God told you that seek ye first that kingdom of God, which he revealed in the book of Revelation. He said, new paradise on earth. Then, Yeshua HaMashiach, a lot of pastors cannot interpret this. Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahweh Yeshua, Jesus, Ekoria Fonkwo, he told you, if truly you are understanding the word he is preaching to you as a pastor, he said, leave whatever you are doing. Go and seek first that kingdom on earth, which is Biafra. When you got it, every other thing shall be added unto you. Then, are you telling me that we are the people that understand the Bible more than all these pastors that is opening warehouse everywhere, are you telling me that we are the people that finally understand the gospel of God? And here you will come to understand where they says, the vineyard is many, but the laborers are few. Here you will understand why they says, follow their words, do not follow their way of life, their attitude, because their ways of life is evil. How many pastors that has all those multitude is using their microphone, which they claim that they are worshiping Jesus Christ, to do this kind of mathematics we are doing today? How many of them we challenge them when we destroy Usman Danfodio, when we destroy DOS? We challenge them. We challenge them. Do you know that even when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was here, a lot of people was against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Inside this gentle office you are seeing today, this is the gentle office we stood to destroy the ideology of all the people that are fighting against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We let them know when they say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is insultive and abusive. We told them the language Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is using is the language our people that has the power to penetrate inside the ears of our people. That was our message. Today, we have been vindicated. When PM entered the struggle, we made a title. We let the whole world to know that our eyes have seen the person that will liberate Biafra. When PM entered the new, after Ekweremadu beat up, he says that whenever he starts, he is not going to stop. I watched his first video, his second video. I called him on phone when he was doing telephone. I say, what we saw when we created this 555 vision is what you are doing. We know you cannot disappoint us. We will give you our support. This is 2019. And the same support is what we are doing today. Because Chukwu Kikabi Amada called us has never failed. He said, do not focus on those pastors that has those multitude. What is holding those pastors to use their microphone and say, have you voted? If you have not voted, go and vote. Let us see what will happen. How many of them is doing it? How many of them understood that the Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire, it was a very heavy war between Ottoman Empire, Roman Empire, and the Greek. Germany was an empire before. Germany was once a world power before. There was a time Germany is the world power. During those years, 1700. Then, this Usman Danfodio, you see, Ottoman Empire, they are the people that came to destroy all the empires in Europe. But one thing is sure, no empire lasts forever. Let me shock you, Biafrans. Fulani Empire has ruled Nigeria for over 200 years. And we have come to destroy Fulani Empire. You don't know. When you see the Sultan of Sokoto, that Peter Obi will go there and they bow down. Wike will go there and they bow down. Hope Uzodinma will go there and they bow down. Dave Umahi will go there and they bow down. Soludo will go there and they bow down. All the leaders of Hanez and Dibo will go there and they bow down. This is empire. Are you getting it? Ideology of Usman Danfodio. And we played to our people. They leaked audio. They leaked secret of Usman Danfodio, which they said they will start to unveil from 2022. exactly what you are seeing today. But the chief of the lobby said that the spirit of his ancestors visited him. And they revealed to him that exactly what they are fighting is the spirit of Ottoman Empire. How many people get what we are doing now? That what he is fighting now is the spirit of Ottoman Empire. But he should not be afraid. That is what the ancestors of Matthias, the chief of the lobby, told him. It is in the record. And we are here to make it public. That is our job. They told him, this is not a small war. And that's why he says that first of all, he is going to educate people inside Washington, D.C. That he will take his time with all the people. You see, every time they will bring new people, he says that he is taking his time educating people inside Washington, D.C. that the Ottoman Empire have been reincarnated in Africa. You understand? They know what it means. I wish that somebody from the government will tag Elias to watch this message. His ancestors visited him, and he says that spirit colluded with the spirit that is leading Obatobi Simon Eba, colluded with the spirit that is leading Mazen Nambekano. The three trinity, nobody can destroy. The lobby. You know, the Biafran government in exile, home and abroad, has sued Nigeria to African court. You have never heard them respond to that place. Nigeria has been destroyed. Completely destroyed. What left to be destroyed now is Usman Danfodio. When we are talking, people will not know, but that is simple. We will tell you what will happen. You can only say no, but when it happens, you will see it. We told you, how many do we count? PM, when we entered this year, he counted all how we restored Biafra in 2023. And nobody argued it. The same thing Nigerian media now is telling you. How come that the bridge, His Excellency Obatobe Simon Ekpa, unveiled Biafra map that nobody is coming out to dispute it? Are you getting in what we are talking? We are deep in spirit. We are deep in this war we are fighting. We are deep. The fight for Biafra is something that take away our street life. It took away anything we can do. But Chukwu Ekabiama says, we promise you something from Matthew chapter 6 verse 25. You will never lack something, but he will stand with us until we will deliver this message. And we are delivering it without looking anybody's face. We don't care the threat of the DOS. We don't care what they have done to us. We don't care how they have tried to destroy us from all corners. We will deliver this message. It's a spiritual war. If you are called, you will not even be having sleep. You see our program yesterday. Until 12 o'clock midnight. PM said he don't sleep. That is the game. We know what we are doing because something very high is on our head. Say, go and deliver this message. Ideology of Usman Danfodio made you to have some children with even some women that doesn't even supposed to come close to you. It made you to give your own children in order for you to get papers. It made you to live in a land where you don't supposed to live. It made you to face racism in front of people that doesn't even qualify you as a human being. Ideology of Usman Danfodio. How many of you really get it? When you see African people walking along all over the places in Europe, it was ideology of Usman Danfodio. Because Usman Danfodio told them that the very first place they're supposed to conquer is Nigeria. When they conquer Nigeria and they get access to the riches found in Biafran land, then they can be able to control all over Africa. Pantami, African Union has invited Pantami and they gave him a seat in the African Union. But Pantami is the founder of ISIS. ISWAP. Then, do you remember the reason PM said that when Biafra will be declared, they will inform OAU, even if we don't like them. He will inform African Union, even if we don't like them. And they ask him why. He says, because the African Union seat, the people that is occupying African seat, has been appointed by the ideology of Usman Danfodio, by the Fulanis. When you go to Ivory Coast, the person who is the president of Ivory Coast is not even from Ivory Coast. He is that Asane Ouattara of Ivory Coast. His origin is from this Burkina Faso. That is where he originated. He grew up, he was born in Burkina Faso. Grew up in Burkina Faso and immigrated to Ivory Coast. From there, he entered their government. Then he maneuvered the government and become president by the power of the Fulanis. The main person that is Laurent Gbagbo, the people that has the ideology of Pan-African, like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, they rob him and they put him in jail in France, which is Laurent Gbagbo. The people that has the same ideology like Maman Gaddafi, they put him in prison. The people of Ivory Coast begin to do this kind of agitation we are doing today. Until the man spent 10 years in prison in France before they bring him back. The man with the Asane Ouattara cannot see. They can't sit one place. This Asane Ouattara, they are using him to fight Traoré, which is the best president in Africa now. The president of Burkina Faso, where Asane Ouattara originated. Then, these Fulanis are using Asane Ouattara that came from Burkina Faso to fight against the Burkina Faso. Are you understanding? Just like the way they use Ohaneze Ndigbo, Ifeanyi Uba, to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it? We are loaded with the history of what is happening. We know. Chukwokika Abiyama say, go and verify history. Go and see history of this world. Then you can be able to understand the message. And we begin to travel. Where I am now, very, very close to Sicily. When you go to Salzburg, you will see the history of Mozart. You begin to, then you go inside Morocco, then you see the history of this world. Original. You understand? Today, they are talking about the population of the earth. That a lot of people, the population of the earth is too much. But they forgot when Britain created fertilizer in 1840. They created fertilizer that made the population to overflow today. But they cannot stop fertilizer. What they can do is to go and eliminate Africans. Are you understanding? And all this thing is the ideology of Usman Danfodio, the Ottoman Empire. Many people is not really understanding why we left a lot of things and face this gospel. Many people are not really getting it, but we got it. When time comes, we will come and deliver to Biafrans the area we are, how you supposed to be understanding our message. From now on, our message will be hitting on Usman Danfodio. Remember, we have three things to liberate Biafra: grievances declaration, institution declaration, and a diplomatic declaration. All these things is ideology of Usman Danfodio, the strategies to destroy the agenda of Usman Danfodio. Everything has been written down. Commitment declaration. This commitment declaration in our page, we used to teach the people that is doing this commitment declaration is the lobbies. You must be committed. The people that is paying IOU, the people that is supporting, you must be committed to the movement in order for you to get excellent results. That is what is happening. Try to get what we are doing. PM said it, that from 2nd of December, we are facing a different war altogether. But immediately Biafra pull out of Nigeria, that is the collapse of Usman Danfodio. Because if Biafra pull out, they cannot control any other person again. Nigeria don't have money again. And we have proven it by sit at home every Monday. We see that we are the people controlling the economy of Nigeria. Then, when Biafra pull out, what remains in Nigeria? Ideology of Usman Danfodio will be destroyed. The same way the ancestor of Elias destroyed the Ottoman Empire. Are you getting my point now? The same way they destroy Ottoman Empire by liberating Greek. That is exactly what is happening. History is repeating itself. Remember, before we call it a day, remember, Mazen Nnamdi say he has 2 jobs to do in this world. 1 is to restore Biafra. 2 is to make sure that name, Nigeria, cease to exist. And the Mazen Nnamdi says he will not disappoint those that is not following this movement. We are the people that disappointed him. Mazen Nnamdi will be released, and he will come out with the Biafra, with the Biafran flag. He will come out with it, and we will remind him another agenda is to make sure that name Nigeria cease to exist. History will repeat itself. Because 1, Babylon is where Ottoman Empire originated. That Babylon you read in the Bible, that is where Ottoman Empire originated. Then they migrated from there, from Babylon, they begin to encroach to Europe. Turkey you see today, the Ottoman Empire finally settled in Turkey. Turkey you see today. Originally, Turkey is not a Muslim country. Originally, the very first worshiping center under Christianity, the very first building was built in Turkey, not in Rome, not in Vatican. That means they are Christians. When Constantine then later brought Christianity down to Italy. He embraced the Christianity, and they used his own son to make Jesus. The first ever worshiping center of Christian is built in Turkey. Then this Ottoman Empire, they originated from Babylon. From there they encroach. France was an empire before. Ottoman Empire are the people that fought them to take them over. When the power of God rise up to make name, because no kingdom lasts forever, then Germany, Rome, France, all of them get up and begin to push the military of the Ottoman Empire that came from Babylon. Then many of them sojourn in Turkey. And from there, Turkey become a Muslim country. Turkey was not originally a Muslim country. It was Ottoman Empire when they came to occupy every part of Europe. Then it's a long story, very, very long story. Then they pushed them back. When they pushed them back, they found themselves in Turkey. Which means the ancestors of Matthias, the chief of the lobbies, he know the war we are fighting. And you, my followers, we promise you that we cannot lie to you. Everything we have preached here today is on record. It's what you can find in the history book. Ottoman Empire, Usman Danfodio, from Babylon. From Babylon, the same thing you read in the Bible. That's why when we ask some pastors, why is it that you don't even understand Bible you are reading every day? You do Sunday school, you do a service, every day you are in the church, you are teaching Bible, you obligated us to be reading Bible every day. Why have you not understand the tricks inside this place, that this thing is what is playing? But God said, at the end, he will raise the people that will speak this gospel. Even when you are in your gentle office, you will deliver the message. That's exactly what we have done. So, lovely Biafrans, here is our gentle office. Amy Sami, thank you. Malachi, thank you. Marvin, thank you. Eson Light, thank you. A lot of people that participated. Tony, Chidebe, thank you. Every other person, Blessing, Chuku, thank you. Then, Chris Biafranson, thank you. We see you all. Advise people to watch this message. Let them really know that the war we are into is taking a different dimension. This war has taken a different dimension. They should know when the weather change, there is 4 weathers in this world. There is rainy season, there is hammer time, there is snow, there is a sun. When the weather change, you try to change with the weather, so that the sickness that is coming from the other side or living from the other side will not affect you. Try to know and focus yourself onto the destruction of Usman Danfodio Empire. Fulanis has ruled Nigeria for more than 200 years since Usman Danfodio entered Nigeria. That is simple. But we promise you that no empire lasts forever. You understand? We love you all. Try to join us. Those that come here new, if you have not subscribed to 555 Vision, please try to do so. If you have not shared as well, if you have not hit the like button, try to do so that others will hear how we do our own. Mentality, our mentality is the thing. Mental capacity and mental capability. Consistency is the key. Through our consistency, that is how we get to where we are today. Remember, Trinity, Mazen Nandekano, the lobby, our prime minister, he says he is fighting with multiple dimensions. When the game will start, we are also trying to know. Let me leave it here. Let me leave it here. Let me leave it here. Britain will soon receive their own message. Nigeria have received their own message that Biafra will be declared in Finland. Britain will have it. Nigerian people will write it on that Daily Post. They will write it that Britain has been invited as well. But because Biafra government will inform British government that Biafra, this Nigeria, they chain everybody together under the ideology of Usman Danfodio, will be destroyed on the 2nd of December. We love you all. Thank you, lovers of freedom.